gentlemen, welcome back to the Oblivion Esports Community Tournament Mobile 5v5. Yes, guys, this is round number 2, day number 1. And the match is going between the second match. This is the second match of tonight, and it's between Team Hentai Sama. Yeah, Hentai Sama, wow. Versus Team Heaven. Yes, guys, both of the teams are looking very great. Sorry for the little inconvenience, guys. There was some production issue. They managed to solve it out, but right now, what I'm seeing in the scenario, the score is 11-2, and Irithel is cooking it up because she is taking down that Granger over there. By the way, in the casting deck, it's your boy Astezi, and with me, there is my friend, a new friend of mine who will be joining me with me for today's casting. Is none other than Iron. Hello, Iron. Yep. And with this, a killing spree will be secured by the Irithel onto that Alpha. An easy one for the Irithel. Literally, Team Heaven is right now playing too good in this match. They are literally capturing everything. The lane control, the resources, and also the neutral objectives in their hand. They're literally going menace at the situation, and we can see the glue over there fighting on to 3 people. Oh, and the AOG into the action right now, stunning with the beauty. Grab has already done, and the Ashes will be sent to the Heaven with that. Irithel going for a mega kill onto the Nana, and Nana will be tormented down, as well as a double kill will be secured by the Irithel onto the up. 3-man down already from the side of Team Hentai Sama. Right now, Hentai Sama is in a skirmish situation. Iron, what do you think? Will they able to come back at this situation, or it's done for them?
Might be it's not possible to come back for Team B, to be honest, because it's a huge gap between two teams, like 16.2k gold.
Blue team turret has been destroyed.
27, so it's a huge difference. I don't know, like if
Blue team turret has been destroyed.
Might be gonna turn the game.
Ooh, look at that. The Rhythm of Joy with the beautiful ult, and the Vexana will be a killing spree over there. Beautiful way to take down the poor man of the Hentai Sama. Literally, the recall spamming is going on by the Irithel and the Co. They're literally doing great at this situation, and the Blazings will be up. Minions wave will be coming soon, but the Tigreal is off. They are literally getting this as a backlash because they're right now doing 4v5.
Ranger has like only one item right now, and might be they take some time for turning this game, to be honest.
For real, and you can see the Eternal Guardian managed to take down one more from the side of Hentai Sama. I mean, they are two, in the gold ratio, they are 2 backlash right now, so that they are not getting the potential to take down a enemy side. Take down a Team Heaven side for now. But we can see, the goal lead is currently, my goodness, 40k. That is too much. That is too much in just 9 minutes of the game.
And I feel like they're gonna take at least carry to melt down their Gato and
Eternal Guardian into the action, get the free for the Joy, but shutdown will become from the Nana. Unstoppable will be secured by the Vexi, and they will be taking down that base turret. The grab already been done, and a double kill with the Rhythm of Joy into the action for that Argus will be tormented down. Granger right now defending the base with the Death Sonata and Rhapsody, but the Tigreal will be taken down. That was he just got down by the turtle damage. They're into the base, they are locking the base with the BS going around, but look at that! Oh, electrified base inside the base! That was too much. That was a big overextension from the side of Joy. He knows he's at a level right now in the goal lead. So that was an overextension move from him, and he will be shut down.
Yeah. This game is quite end from blue side, to be honest, but they have to clutch for one side at least. I don't know their alpha. Look at their alpha build. Okay, they take this Sky Piercer, but still score.
Do not get the stuck on the Sky
Yeah,
Piercer. It doesn't work even.
yeah,
That's the main
yeah,
reason.
exactly. At least Alpha should sell this item because
Red
already it's
team
too
has
late for
slain the Lord.
Skypiercer. That needs to take Berserker.
Okay. Okay, look
Yeah,
at the action coming from the side of Team Heaven right now. They literally want this win to be in an easy way. And they managed to take down the first Lord, first neutral objective. I mean, in the Lord side. The Lord is right now progressing into the mid lane with the
Monster kill.
Mega Minions onto his side. And we can see the 5 man are right now totally confident about it. Alpha and the Co are right now defending the Lord, but the whole team is onto the wave. G into the action, capturing 2 people over there. Miracle managed to get down that Alpha over there. Will it be a double kill? No, the Granger will be taken down by the Giant before the double kill will happen. The base will be tormented down and the crystal will be taken down by
Victory!
the Team Heaven. They will be going to heaven. I mean, not they will be sending the whole Hentai Sama to the heaven and they will be capturing this win into their side. Congratulations, Team Heaven, for going into the next round of the Oblivion Esports Community Tournament of MOBA 5v5 powered by Vista. And they literally managed to take down the first match. I mean, in the round two, very easily. Easy way for them. I mean, it was a 4v5, but still, they were totally dominated from their side. I know the match is up. You want to say something? I mean, what was just happened? I mean, the team lineup was great from the side of team Hentai Sama, but they literally got Perez away.
yeah. Uh,
Yep. And with this, guys, we will be taking a short break. And no worries. I mean, it's a matter of game. You win sometime, you lose sometime. Hentai Sama will be rectifying their mistakes. They will be coming back stronger in some other tournaments. But this night belongs to Team Heaven. Obviously, they managed to take on the game, and they didn't just manage to take on the game. They literally show their whole dominance. I mean, sheer dominance in the whole match. Nice way, guys. Congratulations once again for going into the next round. And with this, we'll be taking a short break. But guys, you have to stay tuned with us because so many more exciting matches are coming up next. So please be there, hit the subscribe button, share the stream to your friends because this type of exciting matches will be happening here, only here in the Oblivion Esports. So I mean, give the link to your friends, like the stream, comment in the stream how you are feeling about the tournament, how you feeling about the dominating side of Team Heaven, and also don't forget to subscribe our channel because your support is something which just boosts our morale. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. Love you all.
My tail's been itching
Your
for a
team
real
is
fight.
banning.
The Immortal One chose
Your
me to
team
vanquish
is
the
banning.
shadows that plague this world.
I am
Your
more
team is
than a
banning.
weapon.
Always on the way.
Your team is banning.
Only love and night
Your team
are
is banning.
everlasting.
Sir, what's your command?
Your team is picking.
Butterflies born by thy wish,
Your team is
guided
picking.
by lantern's light.
Wipe out all the injustice in the world.
Your team is picking.
Experience the euphony of suffering.
My mission is to protect
Your team
lives.
is picking.
I am
Your team is
vengeance
banning.
incarnate.
Let's fight to our heart's content!
Your team is banning.
Let's hear from the crowd.
Your
Make
team
some
is
noise for
banning.
yours truly.
Muscle of iron.
Your team
Bones
is
of
banning.
steel.
This time,
Your team
the choice is
picking.
mine.
Your team
Payback
is picking.
time.
Years of imprisonment.
Your team is picking.
will choose my own path.
Welcome to Mobile Legends! 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed!
Start at one field. I think most of the communication is like they're going to further lane, like was dominated by the late game. Hello. Can you hear me? Psycho, can you hear me over here, like in the lane as well? Sorry, I think my mic is not really working out well.
German is gonna be issues like here, like so there good input coming from web.
It is working well, don't worry. As I could just a minute, nothing to check if there are any technical difficulties.
Okay. Then the good are coming from.
Killing spree!
Hero has been slain. Blue team turret has been destroyed.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another tournament coming up here. This is round 2, day 1 of Oblivion Esports tournament, and I am your friendly neighborhood caster, Ricardo, along with my one and only friend, that is Hades. So, Hades, how are you?
Blue team turret has been destroyed.
It's good, like it's good to be here.
That's great. That's awesome. So, looking at the teams right here, it is on a 2-15 with Team Rocket getting absolutely obliterated by Team Blazing Olympus. So on the red side, we do have Blazing Olympus, and on the blue side, we have Team Rocket as well. But look at the sides coming in once again. Diablo getting that beautiful Spear of Misery once again, and making his team get back on track as the lead coming up here is on a 18-on-2 right now. So this is not looking good. Jason has been getting the objective a lot as well. So Psycho, what are they missing out over here? And even Hylos, oh my goodness, the Hylos popping off that Arlot over there, but this is looking good. Oh my goodness, Jeet Kundo once again from Cho. Kiro has been showing off a little too much over here, and his kick, the way of the dragon, is just too much, and he has been on time and on spot, and every single time he gets that kill as well. So Zahedi, what are your thoughts right now? What are you thinking about this? Because the XP lane and the gold lane are missing out a lot of gold, not just on that, it is on the group fight as well.
The way they are dominating from both sides is like I don't know how they even explain this.
It's like really intense, isn't it? Because they're both going top and bottom at the same time. So look at that once again. The kick comes in, but it does not connect. But Hylos getting deleted absolutely by Diablo once again. There we have it. Jason, but he does. He secures the kill on Yushin as well. Oh my goodness me. What is the goal lead over here, man? Come on, Hades. What is the goal lead over here? Because it's too much.
There's a game goal lead coming up from the red game.
Almost like 10k over here. And Hades, exactly. So Hades, what do you think that the blue team has to do over here?
According to me, they have to play safe and farm for the left.
Exactly.
They got a chance. Oh my goodness. That was the break we get from Mihailo.
Oh man. You know, I know that Farsha is in the meta, but I didn't know it was to that extent, because he is so bloody strong, and on terms of in terms of continuous damage along with burst, just she definitely over damages Eudora.
Blue team
Especially
turret
even
has
if
been
you have like
destroyed.
Athena shield or everything, it doesn't really stop that Farsa from getting that kill as well. So Hades, I would have to say, despite the playing safe, and there we have it, Zoro looking like he might be in trouble, but he gets away from that as well. But the damage coming in from Moskov. He already has the Demon Hunter sword, he has the Golden Staff, and he has the Corrosion Sight as well. So the Holy Trinity build on point. So Asian Tanks are going to be dealing with that once again. The Shinpo coming in.
Spree.
Beautiful play coming in from Kiro once again. And the Oblivion Olympics are doing so good right now. And they are being topped off one by one as Megatron does go down to
Blue
Jason
team base
once
turret has
again, and
been
it's gonna be an
destroyed.
easy kill on this side.
That was in
As
one
the
second.
enemy speeds. This is so one-sided, just as you've said, Hades. Oh my goodness me. So Hades, what are your thoughts? What mistakes happened over
Victory!
here for their side?
I think the blue team was still aggressive at the beginning. That's the
Exactly.
they
Mm-hmm.
were too
And
aggressive
what else?
for the game.
They, you know what? Like Jason was really, really aggressive, but Hylos just did not know where to go. And I think that was the main reason why, because they do not really lack on CC, despite having good heroes as well. But that's not really the fact over here, because they did not have enough HP to counter out, heroes like Tirzla and Hylos, but they made it work. So I think this could be an issue over here. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. The draft was really good for that blue team, but I did not expect the red team to come up with that strategy. Like uh,
Exactly.
they were like
And
dominating every lane with that draft. When the blue team got
exactly.
a better draft like them, better draft
All
to
right.
be honest.
Exactly. And ladies and gentlemen, we will be going a short break because the next team will be coming up. So guys, do stay tuned as the next teams are already ready for you guys as well. So see you all on the next game.
Sir, what's your command?
Your team is banning.
The Immortal One chose me
Your
to vanquish
team
the
is
shadows that plague this world.
Butterflies born by
Your
thy
team
wish,
is banning.
guided by lantern's light.
Let's fight to our heart's content!
Your team is banning.
Always on the way!
Your team is picking. Your team is picking.
No one can escape my iron fists!
Only love and night
Your team
are
is picking.
everlasting.
Let's hear from the crowd! Make some noise for yours truly! Devandale!
Your team is picking. Your team is banning.
I am
Your team
more
is
than
banning.
a weapon. Hayabusa! Sanjo!
Your team is banning.
Time to drop the beat
Your
of the
team
flash!
is banning.
Well, it's my job to protect her there. My mission is to
Your
protect
team
lives.
is picking.
thorns remain, petals fall.
Wipe
Your
out all
team
the
is
injustice in
picking.
the world.
My blade strikes like a splitting wind.
Welcome to Mobile Legends! 5 seconds
All right,
till the enemy
welcome
reaches
back,
the
ladies and
battlefield.
gentlemen, from
Smash
the
them.
promised short break
All troops
from that thing as well. So we are looking into, these two top teams as well. This is round 2, day 1. Once again, I will mention it, and it is Oblivion Esports tournament. So this is going to be against NTD and Brothers Till Death. Brothers Till Death are on the blue side and NTD is on the red. So with me is Hades and I am your caster, Ricardo. So Hades, what are your thoughts? Which one of the teams here have a really good pick and which one could be challenging but can make a difference?
According to me, the picks coming out from both the teams are pretty awesome. Like the rest, like having a Harris to go against this danger might be a good pick.
Exactly. And like we all know that we need heroes like Harith or even Irithel to really counter out that Granger, because it depends. Like he depends on his skills, not like before, because you could depend on his basic attacks from before, but now they've turned him into a fully skill based hero. So that, with your insights as well, that is looking pretty smart. But that Harith could, make a mistake, and instead of being the counter, he could be countered out instead. But there we have it, Ling really being, he's really being brave out here and trying to, jungling onto their the blue side's jungle as well. So Hades, look at that! Oh my goodness, the flicker has been popped off and so close to being knocked out here. And there we have it. Look at Momogot. Look at the damage from Super Zora over there. That is no mistake. That is the damage of an early game Aurora, and it is really intense. So I'm telling you, Hades, heroes like Sicilian, and even this Aurora here is going to be a pretty huge menace over this side. So it is on the HP lane. What do you think have the better chance of winning this?
According to me, in the EXP lane, it should be Badam. With the mobility he has against that CC and the stuns. So I think the advantage goes to Badam.
Exactly. And he that fish crack is really annoying as well. I call it the goofy pin you back to the wall manga style skill. But there we have it. Oh my goodness me, the flicker has been popped up. Zora looked like he might be in trouble, but he gets away from the fish crack as well. And Mowagon coming in with those beautiful blades of tempest. But oh my goodness me, Aurora does a backplay instead with the Frigid Glacier. But Lancelot looks like he might be in trouble. There we have it. He does go down to the hands of that Sicilian. Once again, Sicilian and Granger topping it off on who has the higher stacks and is gonna be the one who does have the higher stacks that is gonna win. So Hades, that was a pretty close call, and I think it could have been, it could have been easily evaded if that Aurora was, popped off that ultimate a little too early.
Yeah, yes. Aurora can be a troublemaker.
Exactly. And oh my goodness me, look at the Jeet Kundo coming in from Tro as well. And looks like he does not have his ultimate skill, and Lancelot trying to look like he might get that as well. But no, Badang was so ready, and Mobile God once again taking him off from the group fight. And there we have it. CC is on the trouble, but the Vengeance has been popped up as well. But Hylos with that punish zone is too much to deal with. Oh my goodness me, that is so close. Ryu with the tank build as usual on the Barang, as it is really crucial to have that build as well. But there we have it. The first turtle might look like it will go on to decide that the red team is going to be NTD, but this is not looking good as, the other teams here, Brothers in Arms, are doing well, except for Lee, I would say. But in the gold lane, he is, I think, the only one doing well. So what are your thoughts? What could they be doing in order to get better in the match?
I think they have to play a little bit safe. Let's record that Aurora. This can be a really advantage for them in the late, and also the Granger, which the Granger can block them.
Exactly, he can
be really advantage for them. Like if they utilize it in the right way.
Exactly. And look at Hylos, so ready. And Layu already trying to check that, the push as well, but he does not get that gold. It goes to Harith instead. Does not have the energy enough to even clear the lanes right now. But there we have it. That is a really good positioning from Hylos, because he knows when that mage is going to come in, and he's just waiting for that opportunity as well. But look at End, he might be in trouble, but no! The Wave the Dragon gets off and does not work out in the way that he thought it should be. There we have it. Even Lai over here being saved by his flicker as well. Not looking good once again. Look at Super Zora. He's definitely in trouble. They're not able to make it on time as well. And Overclock does get that assist for Prime Ivan as well. Okay, this is looking good. EXP lane rotating all the way to the top with that high loss. And this is looking intense. It's looking strong. As the top lane looks like it might be in trouble, but oh my goodness me, the dash away coming in from Layu again, and he takes him down instead. There we have it. High loss looking like he might be in trouble, but a beautiful dash coming in. There we have it, a double kill coming in from Layu. But there we have Sicilian once again. Every single time he has that flicker ready for Lancelot or that show. So he is working on it, and he is getting the enough stacks as well. This is looking good for both the teams, but Granger is being fed, and that's not going to look good for Team NTD. So, Hades, what is this? Like, what could the red team do in order to get that Granger out of the fight?
This will make you put Hylos out, to be honest.
Oh, there we have it. The glorious pathway once again being popped off, and Lancelot, even though he got the turtle, he does get popped off. Sniffer coming in, his Vengeance popped in a little too late. As the Sandrian Claws comes in and ends his life, sadly. But this is looking good for their side as well. For the teams, there are good teams playing well, but there can only be one winner. And there we have it, Laimu, so close to getting that as well. But I don't think this is looking good. Does not have his passive ready. And not even the Frigid Nature was ready as well. So this is looking good for the side of the red team. But what could the possibilities of winning the match for the blue team could be? So what are your thoughts on this? Come on, tell me, Hades.
Like, I think they're more very aggressive because of this again. So I think they will slow down a little bit.
Oh my goodness me, this Lancelot so close to getting it off. But there we have it. Hylos looks like he's in trouble, but you think he's going to be able to get away from that because he does have the Revitalize as well. Oh man, that was so close for that Hylos. But there we have it. Even Moba got there. He's ready with his Retribution. He's going to be attempting to steal that as well. And they do not have, the vision, but there we go. He finally has it. He's just waiting for that perfect opportunity for him to get in. And there we have it. Lionel was so close. get ahead as well, and he does get that retribution. Oh, so close. It was just a 1 second difference. Once again, that was a big mistake coming in from the Lancelot, and he does get away with that as well. The Frigid Glacier not looking like it's been used too early over here. In fact, does get a double kill. And with that double kill and the Sicilian, and just as I've mentioned before, Hades, he has the bigger stacks over here, and he's going to be the one winning his lane and also dominating in the group fight as well.
Yes, and like
Blue team turret has been destroyed.
it's also a one-sided match from the red side. It's going to be a one-sided
Exactly.
match.
It looks so one-sided, just as the match before this as well. Oh, ending it on a really close 2 kill as well. But there we have it. Oh my god, once again the retribution hitting it off, but Cho looks like he's gonna be in trouble and definitely goes down as well. Look at Layu, not able to sustain or even defend against that amount of damage coming in from End and from that high loss as well. Lancelot might be looking like he's in trouble, but he gets away. He's really quick with those with the Phantom execution as well. This is looking good. And I think it's gonna be a team problem over here for their side. But Hades, what are your thoughts here? Do you think they can end it early?
I wish they can make use of this lot, but I don't think they can go through all the turrets. Like they can execute the mid turret.
That thing, the golden aura for which the tower has, deals so much damage to the Lord, and it deals like true damage as well. So you have to get rid of that armor before like you can even make your Lord march down as well. But Lancelot, it's a mistake with the Phantom execution, not able to use his Thorned Rose on time as well. And there we have it. Alright, the shield has finally been gone down. I think it would have been a good opportunity for Mobile God to get in on that, but he does not get away with the fact that Aurora, once again feeding on a 162, is taken down. Not looking good. Oh my goodness, Cho coming in with the flicker, but I think he's going to be taken down instead by Mobile God once again.
Blue team base turret has been
Looking
destroyed.
one-sided, very one-sided on a 5 versus 3 over here, and it is a possibility that they would end it early. But there we have it. Lancelot does get to clear that out as well, and there we have it. Finally, the team is back on their feet as well. Hades, what is this? What is happening over here?
Coming from the red team is also an advantage for them. Like they are just dominating the match. Like
Exactly, and I believe that, and you know what I have to say, this is so one-sided, just as the previous match before this as well. You can clearly see which team had been practicing more, or which team has the synergy to make it into the next round as well. But this could be it. This could be the final Lord for the team, NTD to lose. But then again, Team NTD to win. My bad, sorry. So we do have Lai over here, but I think he does not have enough stacks to come in as well. But there we have his glorious pathway, popping it off once again as the Badang with the fist cracks does manage to not get anyone here. So they are in luck. They might be able to get back on this as well, but that Lord is going to be an intense situation and a spot for Team Brothers in Arms as well. So Hades, what are your thoughts on this?
the blue team is the best to score and defend their best, and they should come for the best round. They don't have an advantage
Red
like that.
team has slain the Lord.
The goal difference is like 10 goal differences coming up from the first side.
Goal
So
difference.
the huge differences.
And even the EXP as well, like Mobile God is already on the level 15, but the highest on the blue team is level 13 as well, and almost level 14 for that Layu as well. This is not looking good. They have to make this work, otherwise they're just not gonna win this. And there we have it once again. Oh my, Lancelot is giving me a heart attack. He gets away from that as well, but there we have it.
Spot on, really tanky, and I think this is a good opportunity. He deals damage. Not only does heal damage, but he also can defend as well. And Mobagal looking like he might be in trouble. And he does use the freeze as well, but Laimu definitely in trouble over here. But the Lord is going on and hitting that base, and they might be ending this early soon as well. And on 30 minutes, they do on a 5-21 KDA. This is so hard to see because it is so one-sided as well. So Hades, what are your thoughts on this? I think Brothers in Arms could have done better.
The book coming out from the CC on his late game was really insane. And the engage that was done by the Hylos was really irritating and troublesome for that enemy.
Exactly.
The late game, I should say that.
Oh man, looking at the stats here, Prime Ivan here did such a good job. Like even though he couldn't really do much in the early game, but then he did as much as he could, and it is true here that Harith definitely is the counter for the team as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, looking at the team, it is so sad that only one can go through. But NTD, congratulations for going in the next round as well. So, see you guys. We will be going on a short break, as we. Hades, would you like to say anything else?
Stadium.
All right, then, guys. See you guys.
team is banning.
Sir, what's your command?
Your team is banning.
No one can escape my
Your
iron
team
fist!
is banning.
Time to drop the beat
Your
of the
team
flash.
is banning.
My tail's been itching for a real
Your team
fight.
is banning.
Always on the way.
Your team is banning.
Butterfly is
Your
born
team
by thy
is
wish,
picking.
guided by
This
lantern's
is
light.
my tempo. The Immortal One chose me to vanquish
Your
the
team
shadows
is
that
picking.
plague this world.
Magic is my life.
Muscle of iron,
Your team is
bones of
picking.
steel.
and night
Your
are
team is
everlasting.
banning.
Let's fight to our heart's content!
Your team is banning.
I am not the only one bound
Your
by
team
these
is banning.
chains.
I am more
Your team
than
is
a
banning.
weapon.
Fight! Fight for the
Your
ultimate
team
answer!
is picking.
My mission is to protect
Your
lives.
team is picking.
Let's hear from the crowd! Make some noise for yours truly!
Trust. Alpha is
Your
online.
team is picking.
Let's make the whole world green and lively.
Welcome to Mobile Legends!
Ladies and
5
gentlemen,
seconds till the
welcome back
enemy
to
reaches
the
the
tournament
battlefield.
presented to you
Smash
by
them.
the Oblivion Esports, and
All
we're
troops
in
deployed.
the last game of tonight's schedule, and this is gonna be the match between Team Step Bros on the blue side and Team YQ on the red. So I gotta introduce you an amazing guest on the casting deck today. That is gonna be Miss Meiko, who's gonna be joining me for this game, and of course I'm your friendly caster Shinryu, who's gonna give you that action for this match. So Meiko, how are you feeling about this matchup for this game?
Now, I'm really excited, like I've seen Brody being picked after so long, but sometimes even the non-meta heroes can be a good counter to the meta heroes because we don't know that Tyrus has been doing so good recently after the recent patches. But Brody does have that, burst damage as well as the critical strikes with a huge range. So maybe we will be seeing some kind of upsets coming in from him. But then again, we are also seeing the support pick coming in with an assassin like Theo. The melody of light onto that Florin is looking really good. But before we get there, I would also love to point out that Team Stepros actually got one of the most annoying mages. Like Lucian has that because I belongs to the fan zone burger my god. The first blood is already going in for the goal. He will take another kill. The Scorpion is actually ready at 1-2. What do you feel about that?
You know what, while he was shedding light on the Brody, he got the first blood, and right now you can see both the junglers starting it off really strong, getting one kill onto that CC lane. I mean, the CC also killed, and so did the Matcha in the first few minutes of the game, and right now you can see again on the end, Stormish taking out, Elo taking a lot of damage, just being careful, but there is a dive from King, they will not connect, but the first turtle is up, and I think Team Stepbros would be the first one to go there. You can see already that level advantage coming on the jungler of Team Stepbros.
Definitely. I just feel, as I said, Brody might be the X factor in this game, the win condition, but if he gets red properly. So look at that, there's a fight going on.
Fight going on, and Team Stepbros also got right at that same moment, and I think they want to back out, but I think it's just the lead coming in. The purple
Definitely, but look at that. Harry just got punished for diving in like he was so aggressive. I feel like he needs to wait it out a bit because these Mesos, the Enchanted Talisman and the Stallion sites to be completed before he can actually engage. But then again, Iron Claw pulling them in. The AOCP hasn't been on.
See, Dracula taking in a lot of damage will still survive, but there is a dive coming in from the side of Team Stepbros. They're not stopping. They do not want to overextend by going in under the turret, but you can see Team... Oh my goodness, Kitty Crew going in with the damaged body with the torn apart memory will be securing a kill onto Hiroshi, but the orange buff was being invaded, but a kill really gave the pressure back to the side of Team Stepbros, and again on the middle on the top lane, 1v1 already setting on the score of 4-0, and even late will be falling. Team Kitty Crew, also Team Kawaii Crew already with a cute name, but playing so aggressive.
Definitely, that is really aggressive. Brush is getting the complete snowball right now. And it looks like the bros are gonna have to step out of the tournament if this keeps on going. But then again, Brody is gonna be unstoppable with just one more kill. At the same time, Theo, look at that.
Not really having a good game here, Miko, and I think already 7 score for the side of Team Kawaii Crew. They are doing really well in the early game.
A little too well, the aggression, that is no joke. They are denying the farm to the enemy. They're invading the jungles, and look at that poke coming in from Stadium. All of those bad attacks dealing a lot of damage. I'm just waiting for him to finish up his OP. Look at that. He's going in for the Clock of Destiny instead of the glowing wand. But then again, the total dance is starting. Look at the walls going on. He'll definitely want that total for himself.
Glorious part being used, but Alpha will be the one getting the good retribution from the jungler of Team Stepbros, but the curtain call was used, but it's not really going well for the side of Team Stepbros. They're on the run. I can see a lot of damage. The back impact being hit. A great amount of damage as the Screw is trying to kill on the clear, but Goblock will be the first one to get that kill. from the side of team Kawaii Crew as they get another kill despite losing the turtle.
And there was a skirmish in the mid lane between Zushin and Brody, and Zushin actually
Oh,
survived the torn apart memory as well. But then again, you know who did not survive? That was Harith at the top lane. Harith is definitely losing his ground because, as I said, Harith is kind of susceptible to all of those burst attacks coming in. Like, Brody is, oh, look at that! The flicker engage coming in inside the turret wasn't that quickly, but
But you can see Lilo taking a lot of damage, forced to use that AOG defensively, and Team Zebros are not gonna stop. Albert going in onto that Kelvi on Shuyu, but he has to back out. He does not have the damage necessary to take him down. Zebros, pretty uncharacteristic for them. However, they are finally pushing the map.
definitely, like Team Sepros has to step up because this game is completely going out of control. Speaking of control, the river control is completely with Team Kawaii Crew right now, with all of the outer turrets going down at the bottom lane. But the Kiss health is also not looking that good. Look at that, CC has straight into lane and is at the top lane currently. But at the same time, bottom lane is kind of left open. Hylos cleared it up and maybe they might be losing that turret. There is a bit of a skirmish planning out. Maybe there will be a fight. 10 seconds left for the total.
10 seconds left for the total, and Team Stepbros already having a good position, getting the taunt onto that Kelvy, and he's forced to take a lot of damage, but there's a clapback coming in. Brody already getting the first kill as Team Stepbros are trying to dismantle the lineup from the side of Team Kawaii Crew, but they are unable to do so, so they have to yield that turtle side of Team
Red team has slain the
further
turtle.
their lead, already having a 5.1k in their pocket, so might want to find more trades on the map. As you can see, they are currently invading the jungle of Team Stepbros. You know, Mako, they're just slowly but steadily getting that lead, and this is something bad for the side of Team Stepbros. As Crucible just walking in as that push will get busted down. Lemonade getting another kill. So I think this is going from bad to worse because
Blue
they
team
have
turret
that
has
late
been
game
destroyed.
in the hands of that, Cecilion.
Definitely. Now this is getting really bad because that Walker and Brody is gonna be godlike. With Lord gonna be spawning in about 8 seconds. I think if played well, they could even end it with the first law. But as I was saying, you can see the bottom turret has also been taken out by the minions, of course. And that is just because of the microplay that came in from Hylos. Hylos did that microplay, like he went in alone, he cleared the lane and came back. And that made a lot of difference because that just forced Stepbros to lose another turret.
And yes, we are just 8 minutes into the game, and we can see already all the first tier turret and one second tier turret been taken down from the side of Team Stepbro. So they have the map pressure. They need to just wait it out because their scaling is also not too bad. They can get some damage once the items will be locked in because the scaling from the Harroth is really great. However, the Brody is really fed right now, like you mentioned, all at a goal lead of 3k compared to his counterpart, that is the Harriet, and onto the top, and you can see the rotation coming in from the side of Team Kawaii Crew. They are trying to go on to same plate. Not a good spot, will get taken down, so this is just too bad for their jungler.
That is definitely a really bad positioning for him. Like, he was trying to do a split push, but I'm not really sure if he was the right hero for that. But look at that. CC and Harriet then managed to get a turret onto the bottom lane. So that was a double split push strategy. So they did succeed in a bit, but then again, Alpha is missing and the Lord has spawned. Will he be able to be back in time because the Lord dance has started? The Lord is being prepped up and Snoop is definitely in the mood to take him into his team right now.
Step Rose is not going to successful being the first level Lord, but again on the top lane, while we were talking about it, you can see Brody furthering his lead, getting another kill, but Albert is slowly rotating. He wants to go for a 1v1, but the right option would be a great question, but there is an ambush play coming in from here. You can see Brody trying to go for an outplay, but will not be able to do so. The burst damage being enough to take him down. However, we need to just wait to unfold. Like, we need to wait to watch what is unfolding next, but again, you can see Team Step Bros finally getting that shutdown onto that, beefy member of Team, not the beefy, but the high gold member of Team Step Bros. So, I mean, Team Kawaii Crew. So, we will have to go into a short pause here, I believe, Mako.
Definitely, but until then, let me just tell you what happened there. Because,
Mm-hmm.
Brody actually got the vision. I think he saw Harrod because Harrod was out of the bush momentarily. And he just
Mm-hmm.
went there willingly. He was so confident with his stun. And he was like pretty much on the offensive. But then again, he kind of underestimated the damage which would be dealt by Harrod because Harrod does have the Starlium Scythe right now. And he got taken out. So now this kind of overconfidence is kind of common when it comes to people or the teams who have a lot of gold farm advantage. But then again, you did give them the shutdown. You gave a lot of bounty. That was definitely not a good decision. Well, the boss is also lifted up, and look at that. The Lord is marching down from the top lane.
Is marching down from the top lane. They do have that, holy defense still onto their inhibitor turret. However, Team Step Bros need to worry about the fact that the waves have been synced. And the Lord is yet to march in, but the waves are kind of marching in before the Lord. So they might be able to clear it out. However, they are currently on the verge of losing that second tier turret onto the bot lane. So I think there's still time for the Lord to come in. Maybe they will be able to clear the waves out. And this could be a better news for them because they need to buy some more time.
Definitely, the lanes have not been synced with the Lord, and what is the Lord without his minions? But turrets have been taken down. The Holy Shield is also gonna be blasted off right now. But the Lord was taken out ever so easily. I think it was just Elemental Lord 8 minutes. The Yes, okay, here, and the Lord is coming in, looking with the damage taken out. Damage not paralyzing out of even speed of paper. Then again, with that speed, you need so much damage. Oh, the Simon Claws, but with a good Crimson Beacon, that's a really nice escape. Instead of using her flicker, Zushin just used her Crimson Beacon to run away from the Simon Claws.
Okay, so far, Hey 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 is the only person who has not been able to still take it down. However, you can see the guy coming in, and this could be the caster's turn because he just got taken down. As Team Kawaii Q are blasting down the mid lane, they're not ready to stop. The ball was just trying to stop the members down, but then Sanguine drop on the three members, and they're able to be used. However, he burst out the specific and the other team. Step Bros are having their back against the wall, and they will not get up on time because IQ will be just getting that
Victory!
Definitely. Like I did tell you that Brody is gonna be the win condition for this. Although CO was the one who got the MVP, but then again, look at the damage. Brody not only has the highest damage, he also has the highest skills as well as the highest turret damage. So sometimes, even if you are a non-meta pick, you might just be the best counter to the meta heroes right now. And especially if played well, this is how it could unfold. I must definitely say Hiroshi did not have a good day. The score with a 0-6-1, and that is kind of harsh coming in for the Step Bros.
Absolutely, they should not have fed one hero that was the Brody, and this is what happened when you give the gold to a hero which has a very high burst, and the snowball is pretty easy on those kind of heroes, and that's why the gold lane was something that Team Step Bros did not really put much pressure. They did not give the Harriet the space to farm well, so that's why the itemization, even though has a really great impact on Harriet, was not there on time. So I think it was a really fact that the snowball was so hard from the side of Team Kawaii Crew that Team Step Bros could not actually just counter it out because they were just falling in both the lanes, that is the gold as well as the EXP, and the mid, however, was able to rotate around, but it was not on time. It was only after the casualties were there on their side lanes. So I think Team Kawaii Crew, knowing the weaknesses, knowing the factor that the side lanes could have been the strong suit of theirs, really played well into this game.
Definitely. I just feel like instead of the dominant size, Gatotkacha should have gone for the Dreadnought armor, if not the whole anti-cuirass. Because I just
Mm-hmm.
don't see a lot of regen like ability in Brody, neither in CO. And I just feel like you can just leave Hylos away. And as for it is like Florence first, so does have a bit of heal, but then again you cannot counter anti heal with the bloom because it is completely like immune to anti heals. So I feel like
Yes.
anti heal could have been like prioritized a bit later. Even Cecilian's damage is a bit delayed, so he should have even like he didn't even need the Thunderbolt. But then again, he did not know this is how it would unfold. So even if he did buy the Thunderbolt, I just feel like at least the Dreadnought armor and then the Dominance Eyes, then the Silence Vest, like a bit better conditioning of the items should have helped.
Mm-hmm. No, another factor could be the rise of the healing meta in this current scenario. That is, like the healing heroes are really getting the spotlight compared to the set maker hero, and the setters also have a good role to play. However, it's pretty situational. Like from the last few patches, we have seen how well the meta has been in the hands of these healers who can really just change the tide with the healing. Giving the team more time to play in those skirmishes that they take. So I think that could be another factor. The healing could not be cancelled, and even though team Kawhi crew were on low HP, that Florian's heal could have been, just the game-changing ultimate that they needed.
Definitely. Well, it is what it is. So after this, Tech Pros have to step down from this tournament, and Kawaii crew will be taking out their Kawaii gameplays. Actually, correction, it's not Kawaii, it's really aggressive, but their gameplays
Hmm.
to the next round, Shinjo. So, well, this was the last match of the game.
It was the last match indeed, but however, to our lovely viewers, thank you for joining in. We were completely in awe with your presence, but we would love to see more support from you by subscribing to the channel and liking the stream, because we are all putting in the hard work. This Oblivion Esports doing really well. You need to show your support, otherwise, how will they grow? The support should come from you guys, and don't go anywhere because this tournament is just gonna last a bit longer, and we will see even more amazing matchups the following days. So just keep an eye on the schedule and you will be updated. However, for tonight, this was the last game, like Miss Mako mentioned. We have to take our goodbyes for the night. However, we will be back with the action soon tomorrow. So stay tuned and be there on time, because we will be starting off really early tomorrow, maybe. Isn't it, Mako?
Definitely at 6:30 again.
So, guys, with that, we will be calling off the night. We will be like hitting the sack. So, good night and see you later.